The Pine Ridge Reservation is home to the Oglala Lakota people. Constituting the 8th largest reservation in the United States, the area is also one of the poorest locations in the country. Once home to Crazy Horse, Chief Spotted Elk, Bigfoot, and Chief Red Cloud, Pine Ridge is rich with tradition and history. The land itself is forbidding, but enchanting, with wide open plains giving way to the badlands within the reservation boundaries. The population estimates range from 15,000 to 30,000. The poorest community in America, Allen, South Dakota, is located on the reservation, and the plight of its residents is not unlike others across the res, with most lacking access to adequate health care and basic necessities such as indoor plumbing, running water, and electric service. Many homes, often decades-old trailer homes or tribally controlled cluster housing communities, are in disrepair. There is one full-service grocery store for the entire reservation, an area some 3,400 square miles. Summer temperatures spike well above 100 degrees, while winter temperatures can fall to well below zero for days at a time. Drug abuse, alcoholism, teen suicide, and diabetes plague the reservation. In spite of this, the people of Pine Ridge, the Oglala Lakota Oyete, are an inspirational, strong, and enduring kind. Some of the most selfless and sincere people you may ever meet can be found right here on the res. Through the Remember program, students get a first-hand look at the essential history of the land they occupy, what it once was, and how it came to be what it is. With over 1,000 volunteers annually, the 6-day program promotes home repair projects, lectures, and cultural presentations with a strong emphasis on building for the future. In the words of Lila Watson, one of the Aboriginals living on the reservation, "If you've come to help, you can go home. But if you see our struggles as part of your own survival, perhaps we can work together." In April 2013, students in the leadership track of the Sen F Honors College traveled to the Pine Ridge Reservation to participate in the Remember program and to build individual cultural awareness. They worked side by side with the Oglala Lakota. And while learning about the culture and customs of those on the reservation, these students also learned about themselves. In short, the program's mission is defined by its name: to put back that which is broken, to remember. This is how some of the students describe the experience.
Intriguing.
Thought-provoking.
Compelling.
Liberating.
Fun.
I gained a whole new understanding of what really happened to the Native Americans here at Pine Ridge, and that understanding is just mind-blowing. It's amazing to hear the truth from the people that actually lived it.
The greatest gift I gained from this experience was the opportunity to become more aware. Through this experience, I was introduced to a society that I really never knew anything about.
I really enjoyed learning something that I'd never learned before. I learned so much about the culture and how different it is from what we're used to.
I've learned a lot about the history, the culture, and what's really taken place here and how it's affected the people.
This week, interacting with the Lakota people has really given me an ingrained knowledge or a wisdom to not only be exposed to something new, to see the injustices that have happened, but also to do something with it. I feel that I've tested myself in new ways. I'm now, I think, pretty proficient with a screw gun. And also, too, I helped build a deck and some bunk beds, which is not some types of manual labor that I normally do, but it was all for a good cause. So not only am I happy that I gained these newfound skills and got to see everybody else's abilities, but I know that it was all going towards a specific purpose, and so I'm happy for that.
We have a new way to approach culture. We think about culture as what we read in the textbook, this is the way it is. But after experiencing this, we realize that we can't really understand, even begin to understand a culture until we live as part of it and talk to people who live in it. So it's really helped my understanding of culture quite a bit.
I think there's so much truth to be learned here that everyone needs to gain. there's things that are hidden from us by our society, by our government, by our way of life, that we all need to find out. Not just historical things, but also spiritual things that we've lost.
I would recommend this experience to others because I think it's a great way to not only get in touch with yourself, but also get in touch with the people around you and the world around you. There's so many things that we just aren't aware of as individuals. We live our lives, we go day by day thinking about what we always think about. We think about work, we think about school, we think about different things that we've always just been so used to thinking about that we never consider things outside of those simple thoughts. So I would recommend this to others so they can kind of step out of that thought process and kind of get to know everything else around them.
I've grown more spiritually and I guess more aware about how people around me feel and how they're living.
The greatest gift I've gained from this experience, honestly, is just being able to give. Being able to help people that are in need when they can't help themselves. Honestly, to me, that was the most rewarding thing that I could do. And I'm always going to remember that.